Last season, Kevin Byard bounced back from an underwhelming 2020 performance and reestablished himself as one of the top safeties in the NFL. What makes Kevin Byard stand out among other safeties is how well-rounded his skill set is and how he's able to succeed in any role that he's asked to play in Mike Vrabel's defense. When Tennessee plays single high coverages like cover 3 or cover 1, Byard can play free safety over the deep middle because he has the range to move sideline to sideline and the play recognition and eye discipline to be in the correct spot. On this play, Jacksonville is running a flea flicker with a leak route from the tight end, and Byard is able to fulfill his role as the post safety and then break up the pass. The pre-snap shift from the tight end forces Jayon across the formation to follow his coverage assignment, and it forces Byard into center field to balance out the run fit, so Jacksonville actually does a nice job of putting Byard in a conflicting position, but he still makes the play. Byard also has the hip fluidity and acceleration to sit pretty aggressively on intermediate routes, even when he's playing over the top. On this play against New Orleans, Tennessee's in cover 3, so Kevin Byard's responsible for covering the deep middle. But instead of immediately getting depth, Byard positions himself underneath Marquez Callaway's route, and Jenkins maintains outside leverage. That way, if the Saints are running a cover 3 beater like a seam or a deep curl, Byard will be in position to defend the pass, and he knows that if Callaway runs a post, he can get into the right spot under control. When Byard does play robber safety, he does a great job getting to the ball on time and disrupting the catching window of the receiver without drawing a penalty, and this really comes down to knowing where on the field everyone is supposed to be and trusting that they're going to be there. On this play, Tennessee's in quarters, and Mo Alley-Cox is running a deep crosser, making him Kevin Byard's responsibility in man coverage. At this point in the play, Byard is not in a great spot. He's giving 5 yards of cushion and he's out leveraged, but he knows that since the number 2 on Amani Hooker's side didn't release vertically, Hooker is now responsible for playing the front side of this crossing route. So as Byard's trying to make this play, he can undercut the route on the side where he doesn't have help. Byard is also a really good man coverage safety. He can cover tight ends, running backs, receivers. It doesn't matter. There's no matchup that you can force Tennessee's defense into where Byard can't hold up. And ultimately, Kevin Byard is best at the one thing that separates athletes and defensive weapons from elite do-it-all safeties, and that is film study. When defenders are able to react quickly and identify routes before they develop, it's not because they're psychic, it's because they put in the work during the week, not just watching film, but studying it, really analyzing an offense's tendencies and giving yourself the answers to the test so that when you get on the field, you can play at full speed. This pick 6 from Tennessee's Week 9 victory over LA is a perfect example of how Byard's preparation makes him an elite safety. The Rams are running a play called Omaha, which is a very common quick game passing concept. I can't think of a single offense I've studied in depth that doesn't run it. And Omaha is basically just an isolated speed out. It's great against off-zone coverage because it's a really hard route for this corner to defend. So how does Kevin Byard know to abandon his responsibility in the hook and bite on this play? It's not just instincts. Kevin Byard is as natural of a playmaker as you'll find, but this interception was created in the film room. Let's go to the Week 4 matchup with Arizona. LA is in gun doubles and they're running Omaha. Later in the same game, doubles, Omaha. Now let's go to Week 5, shotgun, doubles, Omaha. Week 6, shotgun, doubles, Omaha. And then here's a couple more from Week 7, same play out of the same formation. So now in Week 9, when LA comes out in doubles, and this speed out is looking really nice from Stafford's perspective, considering how much cushion Jenkins is playing with, Byard knows exactly what to expect because he's done his homework. Mastering the mental aspect of the game isn't just play recognition and jumping routes. Elite safeties like Kevin Byard also have a deep understanding of their defensive scheme. A great example of this came in Week 8. The Colts are running Yankee, which is a play-action shot play that is best against single high coverages. The idea is the play-action clears out the linebackers, the corners are covering in-breaking routes with outside leverage, and then the quarterback has a simple high-load read on the deep safety. If Byard covers the post, Tennessee would be devoting 3 players to a single route, while David Long tries to keep pace with Michael Pittman Jr. So in the words of former Titan Kenny Vaccaro, Byard cuts the over and lets Chris Jackson cover the post. On top of being a premier cover safety, Kevin Byard also adds a ton of value as a run defender, and so I think when you look holistically at the top safeties in the NFL, Kevin Byard is number 1.